All right, so I wanted to do one quick fourth part to section one videos, and that is, so we finished kind of the lecture part here. We were talking about ethics as we work in GIS. I'm not usually going to create a video for these. Every section in the workbook has terms and try it out and check yourself. But I thought this first section that I wanted to talk you through that just so you kind of are comfortable with hey, what do I do now, with the last pieces. Um, so as you know, you can use this workbook as you work in class and also on the midterm and the final test. So it can be helpful to have, and it can also help you just to kind of consolidate your learning, especially because we throw a lot of new words at you as we start. And so I decided to make a terms section in the workbook. And what you can do is just, you can either, as you listen to the lecture, or you can look through other resources to define these terms. And so these are just for you, some of the more important new terms that I throw out in each of the, throw at you in each of the sections. I have an opportunity here for you to define those. Okay, so that's what you get to do here. And I won't walk through it with you, but you can pull it up from the earlier lectures and demonstrations, and also from your books, from online, however you want to kind of work to define those terms so that they kind of solidify in your brain. And then the second piece, we've got try it out. So every section you're going to have some tasks to do, and usually these tasks have a space for you to submit the work on Canvas or submit to me in class. So this first little section one is a little different because we're not actually into the software yet. We're just kind of getting our minds around it. I do that first because some folks usually have a problem with their downloads or some computer issue, and this gives you something to do while that gets worked out and kind of gets us ready for the class. But you have a couple tasks from this section. You're going to be choosing, we've got some ethically challenging scenarios at this link here. You're going to read through the scenario, prepare a short PowerPoint that addresses these questions here, okay? So if you're in class with me, we'll do that together in class. If you're taking the online version of the class, you'll do that on your own, and I'll have a place for you to submit it on Canvas, okay? And then the other task for this section is you're going to take a look at some career profiles and watch a couple that interest you. I may have an option for you to talk a little bit about that on Canvas, but you'll see that for the week that we're doing this section on Canvas. And then the last piece you're going to have to each of the sections in this workbook is the last two is a check yourself. So I want you to see if you kind of absorbed what we talked about, what we worked on, and so you're going to have a chance to use some of these terms, some ideas from on-the-job stuff to write a little blurb here. So that's to check yourself, like, did I really get it? And once we're into the software working with it, in the next section, you'll get to do something in GIS to kind of check yourself. Do I know what I'm doing? And then I usually have a couple links to more resources based on the topic of the section, and so you can follow those links to more resources if you want to go a little bit deeper and get a little bit more content in this specific area. Esri has some great resources, and there's also some that are provided by different colleges. So I cobble together some of those here and the more resources. So I just wanted to talk you through that in section one. Once we get into section two, I won't be walking through these last few sections with you. We'll just talk about the essential questions together and do some demonstration work. All right, so I will catch up with you later.